Okay, folks, I do hope you're all well. Last one of the day for me. Right, I've teased this one in the previous message. If you've seen the previous message about my short and not very sweet appearance on TalkSport this morning, I'll have told you that this video is to follow it, and this is it. I've had an idea. After ringing TalkSport this morning, I come up with this idea that let's call it a light bulb moment, 'cause it's something that I've never done before, and it's something that, to my mind, nobody's ever done before on YouTube. Somebody will have done, but I only watch a limited amount of channels. I've never seen or heard of it before. I've come up with this idea that I think might be great, and I'm worried what you, my viewers, listeners, may think, and whether you, my viewers, listeners, may want to get involved. Now, before I start, let me just say this. I've run TalkSport this morning, and I've mentioned a subject, and you get limited time on there. You don't get much time to discuss the subject you want to discuss. They've got plenty of callers on before you, and they've got a stacking system behind you, and callers are waiting. The people in the studio, today it was Jim White, Sam Jordan, and to my mind, the great Martin O'Neill, have the floor in the main. They do most of the talking. They'll ask you a question, you may answer it, they'll give it as long as they want to give you, and then they say more. For all your ringing in, they as I say, they have the upper ground, and they comment on it more. You only have limited time because they've got constraints, as I say, with other phone callers and advertisers and what have you. And anyway, did a call this morning, and I didn't get a chance to flesh out my argument, but that's by the by, these things happen. And anyway, this afternoon I'm thinking about it, and I thought the subject I brought up was one that I covered yesterday on here. Now I forgot I covered it. It's only when I'm looking through the videos I've done, I covered it almost fully yesterday on here. I knew I was thinking it, but I don't remember covering it. It was only yesterday, but that is because I put that many videos out per day as a rule. There's many I forget that I've done, but also Sunday's a really, really busy day for me, and I'm under the cosh to get recordings done and to do all the things I do with the family. So everything's done on the hoof on a Sunday, more than most days. But anyway, I'm thinking of it, and I'm thinking it's a shame because obviously on here I get a chance to say what I really want to say. I know sometimes I witter on too much, as somebody told me only 2 or 3 days ago, but at least I get a chance of saying what I want to say. And to an extent, some of it must be alright or reasonably liked, otherwise everyone would log out in droves, and people do listen to what I say in part. Anyway, I come up with this idea. Right, this YouTube now, as you can see folks, I am at the bottom rung of the ladder. When I say that, and I'm doing myself down, I do it all the time, but all I'm doing with myself down, I don't really mean it. I know I do some things that others don't and can't do. But when I say bottom rung of the ladder, no production costs, as I say, no music, no fancy music at all, no graphics, no editing, no nothing. It's just me talking to that in this studio, imparting my wisdom or lack of it, often lack of it, to yourselves who are just looking from your TV screens, laptops or phones. And for all you get involved with comments, and I appreciate them greatly, you're not getting as involved as some people do on some of the channels I watch, because on some of the channels I watch, they have many, many, many more messages coming through. But I mean, they have a greater following. They've been going longer. That's without a doubt. But some of the channels I watch, they do what they call lives. Not only do they walk out with a camera and walk around and show people places, but they sit behind a camera and actually talk to a screen, as I'm doing now. But they do what they call a live. It's done live. So I'd be talking now, and messages would be coming through off yourselves there. I think often what they do is they look in one phone to have the photos done. On another phone, they look at the messages coming through, and they answer the messages as they come through, which is great because the yourselves, the subscribers, followers of the site, just the every now and again watchers that don't subscribe but watch the channel are getting involved in what the channel's doing and what they're currently talking about, and that's great, and I like it. I like that feature on some channels. I am never going to do that. The reason I'm not is, as I keep saying, and it's true, I'm a technophobe. I really am bad, and I mean like really bad. I don't think I could set that up and make it work. I just think, do what you know what you're doing, Dave, and just carry on with what you're doing, because you go down them rabbit holes and it can find you out and you can look stupid. I don't want to be on here trying to do lives and it's all going to cock on a daily basis. Anyway, I'm not going to be doing that, I don't think. I say I don't think. I've thought it in May or June as work gets easier. I keep saying March, it's looking like May or June. I may have time to look at that once a week, but I'm not so sure, I'm really not. Anyway, I'm rabbiting again, you see, this is what I do. But I did that TalkSport thing today, and then I thought, I know what I could do. I've never had anybody do this before. What about giving you, that's it, you, the listener, the casual listener who hears me from time to time, the chance to have something to say on this channel. Now, I wouldn't know how to do it with anything open here where we're live and I'm talking and you're talking back. Even if that could be set up, and it probably can, like on Zoom calls and stuff, I wouldn't know how to do it. I am thick. But I come up with this idea that I think may work. And I think I'd like it. I think I'd get something out of it. And I think you may as well, yourselves. What about this for an idea? I could try it in probably April, May when work gets easier. But to be honest with you, I could probably try it even sooner. What I'm thinking of doing is this. I'm thinking, for anybody that's fancies it, that is, because you've got to fancy it. So if you watch this channel and you like the channel, and you like some of the things we do and some of the things we cover, or alternatively, don't agree with some of the things that we cover, but you like listening or you like commenting, what about this? What about if you use the channel email address and you let me know who you are, because often you've got a handle, I don't know who it is, you give me a first name, I don't need the full name, you drop me an email address or a phone number, whichever it may be, but an email is fine to start with, to show that you've got an interest, and I email you back or phone you back, and we look at covering a subject, and we look at a subject that's your choice, not mine. It could be anything. It could be anything I've already covered. It could be something you've wanted me to cover that I never have. It could be something where, I don't know, you may be asking questions about myself. You might be telling us things about yourself. You might be telling us something about an experience you've had in life, a story, a funny story, an interesting story. You might be telling me about your life. It could be absolutely anything. It could be a subject that means something to you, as I said, that's never been covered. It could be a subject about, it could be something about a great friend of yours that died when they were young and how you missed them. It could be something about an illness that you had and how you've gotten over it and whatever else. It could be about you being bullied when you was at school and now you got over it. It could be absolutely anything. And what I would do would speak either by email or by phone, but initially it can be either way. Then what I would do is would call you up on my phone. I've got one of these, I think I have, I need to dig out a dictaphone. And me and you, whoever you may be, you could be male, female, you could be any age from 18 to 95, it doesn't matter at all. We'll have a chat for the minimum 10 minutes, maximum say half an hour, and then what we'll do, it won't be edited at all, and then one day a week at a set time, we'll air that chat between me and you, and we'll try to get as many people involved in it as we can, come and listen in, many of the subscribers and watchers of the channel, and see what they think, and then they can comment down below about how interesting you are, or how interesting you aren't, or how it was great to have two different points, because it could be when I ring you, you could have a subject that me and you are going to discuss, and maybe I'm coming from a different end than you are, and we have a debate if you like, and then as I say we air it, and we let other people that haven't partook in the conversation give us their opinions, and then maybe one of those would want to go, and if it went well, it's something we could do say 3 times a week, maybe on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and try to get as many followers, as many subscribers involved as possible, so they tune in at that one time, sort of say a set time, say 3 days a week. And I already thought the time would be probably 7:15. We'd do a Monday, Wednesday and Friday slot, 7:15, and we'd air it, and it'd be anything. It's got to be a minimum of at least 10 minutes and probably a maximum of 30, because we can't keep people listening to it forever because they might not want to. And I think it could be something different. I've never had anybody do it before, and it's always good to be first to do something. And I think I'd like it. I think it could be something really good. Now, it wouldn't be edited by me. We have a few people on here that follow the channel that just come on here to cause grief and to cause upset and whatever else. Well, they could message me and tell me that they want to come on, but when I find out who they are and when they start talking, I'll know straight away what they're in it for. I mean, if they're here just to upset everybody and call people, well, obviously I'll just put the phone down and it'll never get used. We'll never use that, So we're not going to have any disruptors on here, but I think it could be something pretty fascinating. There'll be many of you out there that have got stories, that have got something to tell, that I'd like to discuss a subject or whatever. There's many times I've said to people on here, at the end of a message I'll say, look, if you've got any subjects you want to cover, just let me know and I'll give you my take on them. Might not be what you want to hear, might not be, but I'll give you my take. And it's happened, say, twice in 9 months where people have said, can you discuss this? There's one guy about 4 weeks ago asked me, can I look out another racing site? Is it Is it the Bar Stewards or something? I've still not had a chance to do it yet, so whoever you may be, you probably won't see this, but I am going to do that. You said do us a review on that, and I'm going to. I've just not had the chance, but I'm going to do it. So I've not forgotten, for all my memory's bad. But I just thought it could be a feature that we've never done, nobody has ever done. So what I would suggest is, if anybody's interested, anybody at all, send me an email. The email's on the channel in the home part, but it's bgog, for Britain's Grumpy Soulgate, bgog99 at hotmail, I think it's .com, but it could be .co.uk. I'm pretty sure it's .com, but you'll see it on there if you have a look. And anyway, if you send it to one of them, it bounces. Just send it to the other one. It's one of them there. If you're interested, just tell me your first name. Dave, Arthur, Eddie, Debbie, Julie, Donna, any. Just tell me your first name. Give me an email address. I'll email you back. Or you can drop in a phone number if you want to. I mean, it'll never go anywhere else. You can trust me implicitly. If you send any contact details through, be it email or phone number, nobody will get it off myself. And nobody can look into that email address on this website bar me. Nobody's got access to it. So any details you give are safe. And I don't want anything from anybody. It's not a money-making concern or a scam or anything like that. You can trust me with your lives. You really can. So anyway, if anybody would be interested in that, let me know. And it might be something we could look at sooner rather than later. I'll just have to look around and see if I have got that dictaphone and dig it out. If I have, I'll probably need a new tape for it and maybe some new batteries. But I don't think it could be something different. We could just cover, say, 3 subjects a week. And it's a chance for you, the viewer, and me to just have an informal chat about whichever subject you pick. And I think it could be pretty good, and we'll get as many people listening as we possibly can. So it becomes your 10 to 30 minutes 3 times a week, the listeners, the viewers. I think it'd be a good idea. What do you think yourselves? Let me know. Let me know if you think it'd be a good idea. But also let me know if it's something you'd like to do. Because whoever you are, don't care, as I say, what sex you are, what age you are, what religion you are, what sexual orientation you are, I don't care. What colour skin you are, I don't care. It can be anybody. It can even be somebody abroad, because with the beauty of WhatsApp now, I think with WhatsApp we can ring anywhere. I've got a few subscribers I know of in America. It could be somebody from America. Anywhere, it really can. I think it could be good. Maybe I'm wrong. But if we don't give it a go, we will never know, will we? Anyway, that's my thoughts. Let me know what you think.